Welcome back to Good Day. We think nothing of getting in the car, jumping on the expressway, and going 60 miles an hour, even more.
Yeah. But in 1903, that was nearly unheard of, unless you were familiar with the gentleman from Fulton County. John Swearingen Jr. joins us from the Museum of Fulton County with your invitation to Barney Oldfield Day. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Hey, so I am learning so much about this gentleman who grew up in Fulton County, was born in Fulton County, spent time in Toledo, and he got put on the map for going fast, huh?
Yes, for this little car here is the 999. That's the famous race car that Henry Ford designed. And he had only been a bike racer until he met Ford, and he says, try this out for me. And he says, well, I don't even know how to use a steering wheel. So they took the steering wheel off and put a bike handle on it, and he won.
And then he could figure it out.
Wow.
From there, he just became famous. And
he was in a bunch of movies,
yes,
everything.
Yes, we're going to be showing all 6 of his movies. Some of them are silent movies, like the Keystone Cops and the Arbuckle type movies with all the captions coming up on the screen. And that's all part of our Ohio Goes to the Movies. Each county in the state is showing movies from their people from their county.
That's awesome.
So you got a fun event coming up this weekend.
Yes, Barney Oldfield Day. This is a weird thing that happened because of the movies, showing the movies, and this annual race that's held every year at the Oakshade Raceway that's just right north of our museum. And someone donated one of Barney Oldfield's helmets that he wore at the Coronado race in 1913.
Wow.
And this little boy was only 5 years old, and he asked for his autograph. He says, I don't have time for that, and he took his helmet off and gave it to him.
Oh, that just gave me
So
chills.
it passed
That's
down,
so
passed down through
sweet.
generations. And
Wow.
And now you all have it, this huge piece of history. So this is a day to celebrate, and I know last year you were saying you got rained out, so you didn't get to do some of the fun activities.
Right.
Looking good.
Looks fantastic.
On Saturday. So talk us through what people can expect when they come out on Saturday.
well, a lot of people have these already. These are pit passes.
Okay.
The Yellowstone Trail passes through Fulton County and Toledo, downtown Toledo, and if you have a pit pass, you get it stamped at all the different locations throughout on Route. It's mainly Route 2.
Okay.
And then you'll come to the museum that day, and the people with the most pit passes will get prizes, depending on
Cool.
how many they have.
Wow.
And so then that's part of the day, and then we will have the whole lobbies being turned into the Oldfield and Kipper Saloon. That was his saloon, and instead of using real alcohol, we're doing mocktails.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So
they'll be
everybody
able to-
can participate.
Right,
Okay.
and I did all the curating on what food was served in his bar, and we're recreating all of that.
Neat.
And then the movies will be shown all throughout the day. There's going to be a Pinewood Derby, so if you have your race
Your
car
Boy
from when you were a
Scouts.
kid,
Yeah.
we're doing one for the Cub Scouts at 10 o'clock, and then at 2 o'clock we call it an outlaw race, where anybody can bring theirs.
Can people still sign up for that, or is that
Just
closed?
bring it up that.
don't even
bring it
sign
that day,
up.
Just show up with it.
Wow.
And then somebody's going to win this, right?
Yes, this is the Oakshade race. This is the actual trophy that'll be handed out, and there'll be a giant $5,000 prize that goes with this, and that race is at 7. So our event stops at 4, and then you can go to the raceway and watch this Barney Oldfield
And those
race.
aren't Pinewood Derby cars.
This
Those
is
are
the
like
real
real cars.
deal.
Okay.
And we're gonna have some of the racers at the museum during the day, so they can meet them.
Meet them ahead and then go to the race and watch them win some money, hopefully.
Now, remind me again, when was Barney really popular in Fulton County?
In 1895 is when he started racing bicycles, and then 1903 is when he became famous racing cars, and then 1910 he kind of illegally got kicked out by the AAA because he was it was supposed to be professional, and he did some other things. And then he became famous, went out to California. That's when he got into the movies and owning his own restaurant.
Okay.
And became a celebrity. And he would race for $4,000 just for a in front of people, and that today is like $250,000.
That's
Wow.
a big
So,
deal.
Yep.
Now, I saw a
Wow.
photo of him with a cigar in his mouth, and you've got
Yes, we're going to have
kind of cigars.
These are not real cigars.
They're
made
like
these.
candy
There's
cigars.
candy cigars that we're selling that day, and he used the cigar as a mouth guard. He broke a tooth in one of his races, and then he realized, I better put something in my mouth or I'm going to keep breaking teeth. So
he used the cigar.
He never smoked them. He just always had it in his mouth.
It's like a
that's
mouth
funny.
guard, kind of.
Yeah, that's so funny.
like,
yes.
ouch.
So much history right here in our own backyard, and people may not even know about it. So now is a great time to come out on Saturday, learn all about Barney Oldfield and how he started and how he became famous, all that good stuff. Where are you guys located for people who haven't been out to see it yet?
It's 8848 Ohio 108, which is right across from the fairgrounds, the big Fulton County Fairgrounds.
You know where the fairgrounds are in Fulton County. So make plans to be there. What time does it all get started on Saturday?
9 o'clock in the morning is when the
Okay.
car show starts.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And there's a car show, too.
There's so many things.
I know.
So
Show
much
up early,
happening.
stay late.
Go to the website, too, so you
Yes.
can get some
It'll
all the
show what
little
time
details.
everything
So
is.
you
Yep.
can map out your day.
Yep.
How about that? All right, John, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
you.
Yeah.